Namaste and welcome. Today I will be sharing a very simple truth. At the same time, it's a secret to a happy and disease-free life. So the secret is very simple. Live a life closer to nature and you will be free of diseases, you will be happy, and you will live longer, a healthier, disease-free life. So the secret, more in detail, or rather in simpler terms, is that we all have nature around us in the form of trees, the elements of nature, air or wind, water. We have the sky, we have the earth, and we have the spirit, which is inside us, which is inside every living thing, every living organism, every living creature around us, be it humans, animals, plants. So these elements are present in nature around us, always free of cost, and when we are not leading a happy or a life not free of disease, means we are not in touch with these freely available elements of nature. So the message is to get closer to nature, live a lifestyle that is not only simple, but the one that keeps you in close contact with nature. And for that, I want you to be aware and be sensitive to your natural surroundings using the five senses that we all are born with. Your sight, seeing, hearing, smelling, feeling and touching. So practice those five senses. Train yourself in practicing these, becoming sensitive enough to the elements of nature around you using these five senses. So when I say using these five senses, what I mean is that see what all that you have, seeing in the form of colors, the colors of nature, the greenery around you, the blue sky. If you live closer to any water body, if you live close to a coastline, go to the beach, look at the colors of the sand, the water, the sky, the horizon has beautiful colors, sunrise, sunset. These are all where you can really practice your seeing sense, your sight. Similarly, smell. Make use of this smelling sense that we are born with. And nature is the best place to practice and to strengthen this sense of smelling. Expose yourself more to natural products, to plants and flowers and fruits and vegetables. And the more you consume or expose yourself to these natural products or fruits and vegetables or nature plants, the more you expose yourself to them, the more sensitive you will become at getting the smell, or the more trained your olfactory system or your smelling sense will become. So, go out in nature. If you have a garden, if you don't have one, maybe you can have some plants in your balcony or patio or your rooftop. and water the plants with the intention to developing a connection with the plants. And in no time you'll see that you can really smell a flower from a distance. If you have a patio, the moment you step out into your patio, you don't even have to go closer to sniff the plant or the flower. You can really smell it at a distance. So that is what happens when you become sensitive, or you train yourself in strengthening your smelling sense. The same goes with hearing. Hearing, as in sharpening your sense of hearing every sound that takes place in your environment. And the best way is again to practice it outdoors or to practice with the help of nature. Now, how birds? Very good, very simple, very easy way of strengthening your hearing sense is going out in nature and focusing. You have to really pay attention to the sounds that you hear in the nature, the sounds of the birds, the sound of the wind, even the sound of the raindrops. And I mean really the raindrops, not even not heavy rains. I just mean like the drizzling. Even that you can hear. That's also sharpening your hearing sense. The thunder, lightning, a lot of other sounds. Well, even man-made ones. But I specifically now I want to focus only on the nature sounds, because nature is everywhere. These elements of nature, the forces of nature that we can experience through our five senses is present everywhere. It is there for each one of us, wherever we may be living, in whichever part of the world. These are present everywhere. We just need to be more sensitive towards their presence around us, and when we do that, we take ourselves closer to nature. We develop a connection, a relationship with the nature. We start respecting the nature. We start appreciating the power of nature. And when we start doing that, the nature starts reciprocating with us. It starts reciprocating to us. It starts communicating back to us in different and beautiful ways. If you have a rose bush and every day you communicate with the rose bush and or meditate upon it, in no time you will see that it'll start flowering in the most beautiful way. You can really feel the difference. You can really see the difference, and that's the nature reciprocating. That's the nature paying back to you. And know that when you respect the nature, it does back to you. And when you don't, when you disrespect nature or you manipulate with nature, well, it'll do the same back to you. So just choose what you want to do, and the wiser and the better option is to just be nice to nature. And it has so much to offer to us. It is healing. It is benefiting for us. It's the best thing that could happen to mankind was nature, and we are a living example of this nature itself. The creation, this is all nature. But sad that we have lost touch with nature today, and there is so much that we've come so far from this very reality, this truth of our connection and our creation from the same nature. Well, the animals still haven't forgotten, but we humans have. So let's just bring ourselves back to nature and know that the secret lies here in nature. Sun, the stars, the moon, these are living examples. The plants around us, the wind, the air, the heat. Where do you get the heat? If you want to sensitize, if you want to train your feeling sense, let's come to the feeling, the touch. Expose yourself to sunshine, to sunlight. When you practice sun gazing or sun bathing, not only do you get the powerful healing energy from the sun, but you also, your skin, your touching sense gets trained to knowing the temperature, the heat. So when you train your 5 senses to these, your 6th sense will also sharpen, and that will help you know what the connection and where the connection lies. And when you train and strengthen your 5, or let's say the 6th, or okay, just the 5 senses for now. The 6th is quite a hidden one, but when you practice the 5 senses, the 6th automatically becomes powerful. It automatically comes into picture where you can really even sense what's going inside your body. These 5 senses, when you practice strengthening and training of the 5 senses, making use of the nature, the natural environment, when you do that, your 6th sense sharpens. And when your 6th sense sharpens, then you know what's going on, what's wrong or not right going within your body. And that's where the disease-free concept comes into picture, that you will know that something is right with me, or is there something wrong with me? You can sense it. That's the 6th sense. You can sense, and that is not just applicable to your physical and mental body, but also to your immediate environment and whatever is happening in the world. You can really discern things for yourself with full confidence. You can judge what is good for you and what is not. Of course, you stay away from diseases. When you come closer to nature, you will automatically start consuming natural food. You will automatically get attracted to a healthier way of living, eating more of natural food, and that in turn is going to keep you away from diseases. So I hope you get some help, some hint on what I wanted to say today. And it's always good to spend time in nature. Please do that if you want to stay away from diseases, if you want to lead a happier life, if you want to stay away from depression and other mental illnesses. Please spend more and more time in nature. If you don't have a garden, you live in an apartment, you have a small patio, or you have access to your terrace or a rooftop, create a small nature space within the limited place that you have. That could even be like the windowsill of your kitchen or your balcony or your patio. Bring in some plants. If you don't have any, grow some plants, sow some seeds from your kitchen, And also one more thing, please encourage the children to spend more time in nature. They are our future. If we encourage the children, and believe me, they love spending time in nature. They just love it. And most of them have forgotten or have not even been shown or told or made to experience how beautiful this nature is. And somewhere we are the culprits. So let's just also change that, resolve that, and encourage the children to spend more and more time in nature. When you spend more time in nature, automatically they will do. Share this message with your loved ones, with your relatives who have children, and yeah, just encourage them to spend more time in nature. So that's a very simple truth, yet it's the secret, and we all have been denying it, and now is the time. Please bring back this practice of getting closer to nature. Bring back this lifestyle of being closer to nature. And that is okay. That's another example of nature. So yeah, encourage the children to love animals. It's another beautiful gift that nature gives us. Animals, even birds, you don't even have to pet them. Just have respect for them. They will start reciprocating, and the birds will start coming to you. Have some bird feeders in your garden or hang them up in your patio, and you will see that the birds will start coming in. And yes, they're all healing, and so is this fellow here. And that's all I have for you today. Stay close to nature, be happy and disease free. That's all for today. See you next time. Namaste. Okay.